What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Gaming with the Broscast,
Yes.
episode 136. My name is Harrison. I am joined by my brother Nick, as always. Nick, how you doing, buddy?
What's up? Dude, I'm good. I am so much better rested than I was last week.
It sounds like it, Nick. You're glowing this week. Last week you were looking a little
Oh,
pale.
thank you. Looking a little pale, looking a little flushed. Just very tired
Yeah,
last week, but I'm feeling good.
cool.
Had a nice weekend. Celebrated my wife's birthday. Went out to dinner and had some drinks and
Did y'all go out Sunday night out to dinner, or did y'all go? Or I guess you probably
no,
did over the
we
weekend,
went.
didn't you?
Yeah, we did Saturday,
Gotcha.
and
Okay.
then we went into to Chapel Hill on Friday
Cool.
and got some like dessert there. So it's fun.
Sweet.
And then saw you yesterday.
Yeah. It was our mom's. Well, her birthday's technically today, but yeah, had a
Mhm.
little surprise birthday celebration.
Yeah,
That was cool.
that's cool.
Always fun times. Um, yeah. Anything else you do this week, Nick?
Other than house stuff, not much. Just finalizing a lot of things, getting our loan application going. Or
That's
we
situated.
already got it going, but getting it situated.
Yeah.
And just thinking about projects for the house. I don't know.
What's like your number one thing right now, or your top things that's keeping you up at night before you fall asleep?
Well, the first thing is the carpet. We
Right.
want to get the carpet out of the
Are you
upstairs.
guys gonna do that? Or are you gonna hire somebody to do that?
No, we're gonna hire somebody because
Okay.
we're gonna replace it with laminate.
Yeah.
And luckily, the homeowners have some extra laminate left over, but we have to get some more.
Okay.
But we need to call them and get a quote. But I don't know if they'll be able to come out to the house before we actually own it. So I
Yeah.
might have to see if
Yeah.
the homeowners are okay with people coming by and like scoping out the house.
I'm sure they
But
would be. I mean,
yeah, it's not that big of a deal.
yeah. I mean, you got to imagine, like, I mean, towards like the last month or so of you living in your home, like people, yeah. I mean, the new owners are gonna want stuff to come in, but
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, that and painting
Yeah.
because I think we want to paint the whole house. So that's gonna be a big endeavor. But I don't know. It'd be cool.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because like on one hand, if you're gonna be painting, you want to do it before you move
Want
everything
it
in,
first.
and also, I mean, you can move furniture in. It's not a big deal to kind of scoot that stuff away from the wall, but you can't. You don't want to put up like pictures and stuff. Just
Mhm.
because you got to take it down. So yeah, how big is your like ceilings in the living room? Are they pretty big?
Yeah, part of it's pretty big, so that's gonna be tough. But
What
everything
what
else is
color? What
really
color is
doable.
that?
It's gray.
Okay.
This gray, we're gonna go white.
You know what? You want to do
So it's
gray?
not. I don't know. I don't know. I'm feeling. Yeah. Well, my wife's feeling white.
Okay. Well, you gotta do what she
Yeah.
says.
I don't know. Yeah. I think white's gonna look good. I
Yeah.
think it's
Oh
gonna look
yeah.
good.
It'll look good either way.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah.
Well, what else? I
Up
mean,
to?
are you envisioning what your entertainment room's gonna look like now that you have a bigger
I've
space?
really been. It's really been marinating. As you can see. So anyone who's watching the video, you can see behind me. I took down the amiibo
Oh, I
shelves
see the
and a little bit of
rips.
the wall. I took a little bit of the wall with it. So we're gonna have to fix that before we leave.
Yeah, you throw a
But
little spackle on there, you sand it down, you paint it, it's
it's
fine.
it's really not gonna be bad.
No,
But
no.
thinking through the room, I don't know if I'm gonna have this couch in here or not, but I definitely want a TV
Yeah.
somewhere in the room, and I would like to be able to have like I think you used to have it like this, but the desk is away from the wall,
Yeah.
but it's facing, or I guess it's away from the wall and it's facing like the rest of the room,
Yeah.
and you're kind of like on the other side of it. You're with your back against the
Yeah, I
wall.
tried to do that in my room now, but it was just it's too small of a room to really do anything
Yeah.
with. So,
Yeah, I might try that, but
yeah.
the cable management might be a little bit hard. I
Yeah,
think.
see, that was the thing too, is I did it, but I had this Dead Space poster that's behind me. I put that in front of it, so it was blocking all the cords. But yeah, even the setup I got now, like my cable management is just just a nightmare. And Brittany and I are thinking about swapping offices, or at least downsizing her stuff a little bit and kind of, I don't know, put it in storage or just kind of rearrange the room. Because like I'm talking like the last few weeks, but I want like a space where her and I can kind of hang out when the kids are downstairs or Kellen's downstairs watching the TV. So I want not really my own space, but like just a place where I can put like a TV on, have some of my consoles there because we'll play games together too, and then have a couch in there so we can, if we want to watch something upstairs, we don't have to wait, until 10 or 11 at night to watch something because Kellen's downstairs watching TV or Kaylee's downstairs watching TV. So that's what I want for that space.
That's a big room.
Yeah, it's a huge room. I mean, it's a dining room that we had it as a dining room at one point, but I don't know, like
who uses dining rooms anymore?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think the older generation is the one that use dining rooms, and it's starting to die out. Or not. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, some people have get-togethers like that, but I mean, our friends, like we're not gonna be sitting around at a dining room table. We're gonna be on the deck around that table.
Unless you're playing like Dungeons and Dragons or some really intense board game, I can't really see use. But you could just use your other table.
We've used it twice maybe in the time that we've had the dining room.
Yeah, I would just
because we had it as an entertainment room kind of at one point, or it's kind of like a sunroom. I don't know. We didn't have any TVs in there, so it was just a couch and stuff. And then when we were gone, I think Mom bought a bunch of decorations and stuff and turned it into like a dining room. So,
when you were gone?
Well, we were gone for like a weekend or something, and she asked us if she could change it to a dining room, or I don't know. She just wanted to buy stuff, and she did. So, and we kept it that way for a while, but then we were just like, you know what? This is not us.
You don't use it. It's just kind of
just wasted space, really.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I'm gonna shut the door.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, we are going to after we talk about the games we've been playing. Oh, you back?
Games we've been playing. I'm back.
Oh, I thought you had to like go to like
your main door. That door.
Oh, gotcha.
It was bothering me. I turned around and saw it was open.
Oh, okay. But yeah. My week was just fine. It's good to see everybody on Sunday. But Nick, you want to jump into what we've been playing?
Yeah, man. Just, I don't know about you. I don't know what you've been playing, but I've just been playing Xenoblade. It's been my jam.
Yeah,
the past few weeks.
That's pretty much what I've been playing as well. So I guess really before we jump into that, I saw the Dragon Ball Superhero movie on Saturday.
Yeah.
One of my buddies, we have been playing in it for a couple weeks, and like we both got like a Dragon Ball shirt. Like I got the Dragon Ball socks and stuff, So we got the fit. We were nerding it out. Went and saw it. It was awesome. It was really great. The weird thing about like Dragon Ball movies is when the show comes out, they're gonna retell the same story, but it's just gonna be kind of longer and more exaggerated because they did that with like the Golden Frieza arc and they did that with the Beerus stuff. So I'm sure when the next season of Super, I think, is supposed to drop next year, they'll probably retail that, but have it as like its own longer arc, and really build up the transformations and stuff like that. But it was really cool.
Okay.
I like the animation a lot, because the animations do vary from like the show to like the movies.
Is it better in the movies or better in the show?
It's hard to say. I think some people get like uppity about it. I don't know. It's different. It's more. It's definitely more a production quality, I think. As far as like the camera angles go and like the camera movement and stuff like that, it's definitely more on a higher budget, I guess. But it doesn't. I don't think it looks any better or worse. But you can just tell it's made for like the movies, which is totally fine. Okay. Some people like the old school Dragon Ball like Z animation versus the new Super animation, which I'm fine with either. To me, you can definitely tell the difference, but it doesn't bother me at all. but yeah, it was awesome to watch that. We came back immediately, started playing Dragon Ball Fighters because Brittany took the kids out to go do some school shopping. So we just came back and just chilled out, vibed out. So that was awesome. And then yeah, just really just played some Xenoblade 3. Still working my way through that. Played a bunch of it when I got back on Sunday after the lunch. Played a few hours. I think about 16 or 17 hours. I haven't unlocked any new abilities at this point. I've got the hero Valdi, I think is his name. The kid with like the grabbing arm or whatever.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I
I
don't
know
think
who
that's
you
a
are.
huge spoiler, but I got him, and I'm starting to do that stuff. Colony 30, I think. So
Okay.
I just left there, and I think an hour or so past that. But yeah, still really enjoying it. The combat is super clicking. Everything's just clicking and rolling with me right now. I'm loving it. Loving it.
So you're vibing right now.
I'm vibing. I'm vibing.
Nice. Yeah, I'm I hope saying what chapter I'm on isn't a spoiler in
I
itself,
don't think
but
so.
okay.
Unless you don't want to know a specific chapter where it's something major happens, then I guess skip it
I
30
mean,
seconds or whatever. But I mean, it's nothing.
yeah, I would say something major happens in almost every chapter
Yeah.
to varying degrees, but I am on chapter 6. I'm like pretty early into chapter 6, but like it's a very high crescendo at the end of 5, and then this thing happens, kind of a cliffhanger, and then it goes into 6, and you have to wait like an hours worth of cutscenes before you get back into it. And dude, this game
It's like Metal Gear
really
Solid
tugging at the
type of.
heartstrings. Yeah, it's one of those games where I just when the cutscene starts, I'll just put down my controller.
Yeah, that's what
I'll
I've been
just
doing.
kind of zone in
Hmm.
and enjoy it. And like I've loved the cutscenes. I've loved the story so far. It's really really coming together. And oh man, I'm excited for you to get to
Yeah.
chapters 4 and 5 because those are really cool.
So you're about what 45 hours in, 40 hours in, something like that.
Yeah, between like 45 and
So this
50,
is a long game
I'd
then,
say.
like super long game.
Yeah, I think I'm close to the end.
Okay.
This feels like
How many chapters are there? Like six or seven?
there's 6 or 7.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm pretty close. I don't know how much, like realistically, I don't know how much more there is going to be after this
Yeah.
because I'm like about to start this big fight and I don't know where it's going to go next. But yeah, it's a big game. It's a big game. There's a lot to do. There's a lot I haven't done that I'm excited to go back to. And yeah, this like I'm scared to play anything else because I'm worried about losing my place in my mind
Yeah.
of where I am. So I'm like holding off on Cult of the Lamb. I'm trying to finish it up before Splatoon 3. I know
Yeah.
the
Definitely.
Splatfest is this weekend, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
play some of that. But yeah, hopefully I can finish up Xenoblade 3 before Splatoon, and then
Yeah. 'Cause that comes out what September 9th,
yeah,
right? So I mean, there's still some
I
time
think
left.
so.
That's
Yeah, they
my
got a couple weeks.
goal is to get it done by Splatoon 3. At least like the
Hmm.
main campaign, and then I'll probably just grind away at some side quests and stuff. Because
Yeah,
after Splatoon, I mean, we're going to talk about here in a little bit, but not much coming out. October is going to be insane. I did not realize
October
how
is
much stuff is coming out in
really
October, like specifically towards the end. Yeah, it's gonna be a wild.
yeah.
It's gonna be a wild time. But we'll talk
October,
about
like normally, yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll hold off on my
that.
thoughts. But
um,
yes, if
yeah.
if anyone is on the fence about Xenoblade, I would just pick it up. It's very good. You don't need to play the first two. Harrison, do you feel lost in terms
No,
of
not like the only. So
three?
I know you kind of explained it, but like we are on like different worlds, right? Like completely different worlds.
I don't think it's completely different worlds.
Okay.
I
It's
think
all the
they
same world, right? Because like the whole like clash, like the two, the Kevness and the
yeah.
Agnes, like Mecha or whatever, died, and you're like on their bodies. Like that's the world, right? That's what I thought
Um,
heard in Xenoblade 1, but
that is definitely the case for one. Xenoblade 2, that it takes place on various different big entities, but it's not like Xenoblade 1 where you're like your entire world is this giant thing.
So are these
And I
games like
think 3 is
connected
kind
at
of a mix.
all?
Yeah, 1 and 2 are definitely connected.
Because like one, like
3 three's
the again, I was like maybe 5 or 6 hours in, but like the mecha are like the enemies, but like in this, the Levinuses is like the mecha robots, whatever you want to call them.
well, those aren't the enemies because both sides use them.
Well, right, but like in the first one, like they are the enemies.
Yeah,
I don't know. I might be getting into spoiler territory, but
you might be.
inadvertently because I don't know the answers to those questions, but
I'm not sure if I do either, but I know it's loosely connected, and I'm sure at the end of 3 it'll really tie it all together because that's what 2 did.
yeah,
The end of 2 really tied it together with 1.
maybe three's a prequel. We just don't know.
Yeah, like they share a lot of the same. I don't know.
Yeah,
The same building art. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's hard. It's hard to
Talk
because I
about
don't
it.
fully
No, it's
understand
fine.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's hard to talk about it.
yeah. Um, but yeah, and then any last thoughts on Xenoblade?
I love it. It's a game of the year contender.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah.
And then I did boot up. I talked about this yesterday, Nick, but I did boot up Fortnite again to play some Dragon Ball, or I guess whatever, just to play it. And I got sidetracked and I saw like a lobby for watching the episodes, and sure enough, you fly in to like one of or to Bulma's like boat, and you can watch the show in the lobby. And it's kind of wild to be flying around as Goku, transforming, dancing while watching an episode of the show. And you can do the fusion like emote with somebody. And then there's like an area in like the very front of it, close to the screen, and you can like press a prompt and you can just watch it full screen, which is super super cool. So
And it's just while you're in the lobby?
it's just you just go into like there's like a specific like playlist you have to go into, and it'll and then you can jump in and watch an episode.
Okay.
And you can't
Cool.
because I tried to like record it with like the Xbox core like record function, it wouldn't let me do it, so I just did like a phone and made a video about
That's
it. But
piracy.
yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah, like again, Fortnite's at its peak. This
You
is
think
it.
this is the peak?
I don't think there's any other. I don't think there's any other franchise that could like bring this much attention that I feel like. Because I'm sure like concurrently like it was probably at its peak a few years ago, but I mean I have no idea, but I think Dragon Ball is like just the sheer amount of people talking about it and like all the ads that I've seen. Like I haven't seen any ads for Fortnite in years. I mean I have, but like not to this degree. And I don't know of any other franchise that could possibly get as many people hyped. Like, I mean, they put Star Wars in there. They've got Marvel in there. They put Thanos in there. They put Spider-Man in there. It's huge. Like, I don't know, maybe Harry Potter could be kind of cool. Like, I don't know how that would implement that, but people flying around, like that could be huge.
There's just nothing as fun to do because even outside of like the Kamehameha or Kamehameha, how do you pronounce it? Do you pronounce it Kamehameha or Kamehameha?
It's potato. I say Kamehameha, but in the show they say Kamehameha. They say Kamehameha. But I think they also I think when they do it fast they do Kamehameha. So I think it's whatever you want to say it is. It doesn't matter.
I heard the worst pronunciation of it. And I can't remember how it sounded, but even like Kamehameha or something like that. I don't know. It was something. However you want to say it.
However you want to say it at this point.
Whatever.
Yeah, just live my life. Man.
But I do think playing as Goku and Vegeta, it's fun because like you can go Super Saiyan, you can go whatever Super Saiyan Blue or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
Super Saiyan.
And people are like,
Kamehameha,
some people
like
have gotten like mad at like how OP like the Kamehameha is, and I'm like,
who
that's
cares?
it's supposed like
The point.
you understand that Goku will defeat and can defeat any other form of media out there, like Superman, done. One Punch Man, done.
Yeah,
Homelander, done.
done.
Goku, because Goku, he loses and he still gets back up and wins. Like you can't beat
He
Goku.
always gets back up. Might take him an episode or two, but he gets back up.
Yeah,
He gets up.
or he'll die and come back and he'll. I'm not gonna get into the lore of Saiyans, but anyways,
He's timeless.
yeah,
He's endless.
yeah, he's Goku, man. Come on. So yeah, that's super cool. I had 1,000 V-Bucks left from when I purchased Goku, and I bought the Battle Pass.
Oh, bought the Battle
So
Pass.
technically it was free, right? I mean, I don't know.
Sure, yeah.
So I'm gonna play some more,
free.
and I'll probably play tomorrow or something. But
Is there any Dragon Ball stuff in the Battle Pass?
yeah, there's like a whole Dragon Ball tier that you can unlock other stuff too.
Nice.
So yeah, it's like it's not just skins for this thing. It's like they really put the work into it. Like there's areas from the game or from the show in there. So there's a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Surprised that they didn't have Gohan and Piccolo, like they're the main characters in the new movie. So that was kind of weird, but it just said Dragon Ball Super crossover. So, but yeah,
I guess they went with their two most popular characters.
yeah. I mean, yeah, you gotta, but like then Bulma's in there, so it's like, okay, whatever. Oh,
Piccolo would have been cool.
Dark Sage. There is one setting in video games I'm surprised no developer has ever touched. What is that? But yeah, it's cool. Fortnite it's a thing, man.
Who'd have thought in 2022 you'd be saying Fortnite is a thing? Couldn't have guessed it.
It was fun, man. I guess this is the power of Dragon Ball. It just brought me in. So
Power of the ball.
power of the ball, man. Power of the ball. But you want to jump into the news, and then we'll end it with our hype levels for the rest of the games of the year.
So this Saints Row game looks pretty bad.
It didn't look great to begin with. I don't know.
It sucks because they delayed it from April
Yeah.
all the way to I guess it comes out this week, right?
Yeah, it comes out tomorrow.
Comes out tomorrow. It seems like it's shallow. Like it's a shallow game. The open world doesn't really have much to do. It's kind of buggy.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like that annoying type of game, that, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like the in your face. We're so hip, we're so cool.
Yeah, like over serious for no reason, but like that's not what Saints Row is. Like it's always been.
Yeah.
It's always
been
like,
ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean the first one was more of a GTA clone, and then 2 through 4 they kind of just did their own thing, which I thought was smart.
Mm-hmm.
Which stinks. I mean, like Saints Row 2, 3. I don't think I played. Did I play 4? I can't remember if I did or not. But I mean, these games were a lot of fun. They were dumb. It didn't take itself seriously, but yeah. I'm a huge historical person. I always I know I've done a series about around the Mongol Empire.
The Mongol Empire.
Yeah, I mean that's yeah, you're right. I mean, outside of like, I don't know, what are those RTS games, Age of Empires and stuff like that, which doesn't really count just because they have all.
It's such a catch-all.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. There's not a lot. There's not a lot of games that I don't think I can think of anything that's set in the Mongolian Empire. I don't think
that would be cool.
I don't think. I mean, all the they did a lot of terrible and horrific things, but I mean every war is people do horrific things. So if there's a game, I think somebody could do it without going overboard.
Yeah, I think.
And it's it's also a piece of storytelling. I don't think that maybe if you rape somebody, maybe that's a little bit too far in like a video game, but I think you can tell a story without crossing the line necessarily. But yeah, that would be tough for because they were pretty brutal.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you do. I mean, there's games where you do some crazy stuff. I think I think society as a, especially gamers, we're pretty like desensitized with stuff. I mean, TV shows. I mean, you watch like The
Yeah,
Boys and stuff. Like gore wise, like most stuff doesn't even
those are pretty
affect me
horrific.
anymore.
I,
But yeah, that would be
it,
tough. That'd be tough, Dark Stage.
yeah, just it'd be tough gamifying it without losing the realism of what actually happened.
Yeah,
But
I think you could maybe
yeah,
put that stuff into like cutscenes or something. You know, and if you wanted to have that as part, I don't know. That's a tough one for sure. Um, so yeah, Nick, Saints Row, it doesn't look great. Which we kind of had that feeling. What's it at right now on Metacritic?
I think it's around a 60.
So that's one of the worst reviewed then.
Yeah, were you excited for this game?
I wasn't. I coming off of
Okay.
like I think 3 was like the last one I really enjoyed. I didn't play like the Gat Out of Hell. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, it's sitting at a 63. And then what was that? Agents of Mayhem, the last one they made. I think that was like I think it was
That
set in the
was a
Saints Row universe, but wasn't a Saints Row
yeah.
game. Like that was super subpar. So coming off of that, I was not super hyped about this game. Like not even a bit. So
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's kind of a weird time for them to try to have a renaissance for Saints Row, and like I guess they could have done it right, but there's just there's an open world fatigue like after
yeah,
Horizon, Dying Light 2, Elden Ring,
yep.
like with GTA 6 somewhere in the next five
Yeah, like
years, like
where do you put? I think people have got that itch scratched with GTA Online right now. So unless you were
yeah,
to just do something that was just completely different or had a really interesting story to tell, I don't know why. I don't know. I mean, it was still the same studio, so it's not like they were pressured by uh, a publisher to put this thing out. But yeah, it's a bummer. It's a bummer for Volition Games for sure.
especially since they delayed it so
Yeah,
long.
yeah, they did. Yeah,
That's tough.
I wonder what they. Yeah, I wonder. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why they delayed it. I guess for bugs and stuff like that to polish it, but evidently it wasn't
Still
enough.
sounds pretty buggy.
Yeah. um, the PSVR 2 is looking like it's going to be coming early 2023. According to multiple PlayStation social media sites across like Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that. Nothing official by PlayStation themselves, of course, but um, yeah, I think that's kind of where we thought it was going to land, Nick. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be like a holiday
I
release
think it
next
was this
year.
year.
Um,
Yeah,
I thought it'd
definitely
be
not
like an
this
earlier.
year. Yeah, I don't know.
Um,
It still feels kind of weird because obviously playing PSVR 2 is contingent on having a PS5,
yeah,
and at the end of the day, like there aren't that many PS5s out there. Like
yeah.
I
I
don't know
think
how
I
many
think it's
tens of
around
million.
20 million now. I think maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, and
Um,
they released PSVR when the PS4 had 80, 90 million units out there.
yeah,
Much bigger install base. I just don't I don't know if this is the right time for it,
yeah.
and
I mean,
especially
I don't know what a great time for it would be because I mean, I think they probably just want to get this thing out there and
and build a
build a install base, I guess, and they're hope. I guess maybe people are just itching for more stuff, so maybe people will. Maybe they'll launch it with like that rumored PS5 upgrade thing that's been rumored for like a year now.
PS5 Pro.
Yeah, or like a slim or something like that.
Mhm.
The pop color edition. But yeah, it's supposed to be launching with 20 games. Horizon Call of the Mountain is one of those. It's got an OLED display, which I did not know. So that's cool. Refresh rate up to 120 hertz. Um, So yeah, I mean, it looks like it's going to be a pretty cool device. Nick, I've asked you this before. Where's your thoughts on this thing as a Quest owner, and you probably haven't played that in a while.
Haven't. I always get into like this weird phase where I get really into VR, and then a few weeks later, or a few days later, I'll fall off really hard. And maybe this will change when I move into my house, but having it here, it just there's not enough room to play it.
Yeah.
There's not enough room to comfortably, play a game that requires a lot of movement.
Yeah.
Like even Beat Saber, like sure I could play it in this room. I'd have to be facing the couch, and it would be super awkward. I've tried it, but I just I don't play the Quest enough to justify getting another VR device.
I kind of wish they had like a button on the controller where you could tap it or hold it down and it would switch the view from, like they had like the black and white view where you can kind of see in front of you. I wish they had a button where you could do that at any point in any game, app, or
On the
anything like
PSVR.
that. Well, just on like the Quest as well.
Yeah.
Just like a specific button on the controller where you could tap it in.
Just to see where you
just
are.
to see where you're at, like, so you can kind of get an idea of where you are in the room, so you can readjust if you need to. But
yeah, I've hit my hand pretty bad on.
I have too.
VR.
The few times that I've played it, I smacked my hand against something, and it
Kind of infuriating.
yeah. Even it's got the little protectors on there, but it's still like if you hit your finger on something, it like kills it.
It hurts, man. It hurts.
We already knew this, but the Game Awards is returning Thursday, December 8th. So that's
Mark your calendars.
Yeah, mark your calendars. They did not give a date or a time yet, but I think it's usually around 4 or 5, 5 or 6 or something like that. It's usually like kind of like a night show. So
Yeah, because we
usually
streamed the
stream
past
it.
too.
Yeah, we usually stream it if it works out, but
Yeah.
Usually it's like a nighttime show or whatever, and it's I don't know, man. I'm excited. It's I do enjoy watching the Game Awards. I'm not looking forward to watching 2.5 hours of ads.
Are we streaming it again this year?
I think so. I think it'll be fun. I'm having higher expectations this year because we're kind of getting past all the delays, and we can kind of look forward to companies announcing stuff for next year and beyond.
Rather than hearing more about already announced games.
I think I'm done with that. Like I do want to see more, like maybe some more Redfall, of course. Starfield, more Starfield. From Xbox specifically, and then Spider-Man,
Callisto Protocol,
Wolverine,
like
Callisto. Like I want to see more of that stuff, but I want the new stuff too. I want the
new game.
new games. So
Who doesn't?
yeah, exactly. That's what people watch. It's you can win your
They want
arbitrary
the
game of
new
the year
announcement.
or whatever, and then go from there. Let's so that's gonna wrap up the news. But Nick, let's dive into our hype levels, because there's a lot of stuff still coming out this year. Everyone, it's not the end of the world. We got a lot of games.
Pretty stacked.
We got a potential direct on the horizon, maybe in September.
Shut up.
We'll see.
No way.
We'll see.
Don't say it.
The rumor mills have already started. I did watch a direct video today about
Shut up.
the history of September directs, and generally it falls between like the first 2 weeks of September. So
Yep.
Generally.
So look forward to that. It's coming September 8th at 6:30 p.m.
You heard it here, folks. So yeah, I'm sure next Monday we'll probably talk a little bit more about that, depending on.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, we gotta get the Nintingle going. Gotta get it going.
Yeah.
So Nick, I've got
What's
the list
coming?
up here in front of me. Obviously tomorrow we've already talked about that Saints Row coming out. We're both. Obviously with the reviews now, like that's a
Minimum
negative.
hype level.
Yeah, negative for that. And then September 2nd, we have The Last of Us Part 1 that's coming out. I think we're kind of on the same page, right? Just
very, very low hype
very
level.
mid. Yeah. I'll get
very
it when
mid.
it's on like a $20 or something, in 4 or 5 years. Or I'll just wait till PS6. I don't know.
Or until it comes out on PS Plus.
Yeah. or something like that. I got a feeling like within a year it's gonna come out there. But anyways, but kind of the bigger games, Splatoon 3 is dropping September 9th. I think that's a day one purchase for both of us.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
yeah, pretty high up, pretty hyped up.
I don't think, I don't know. Like, I'm thinking to myself, like, if this game reviews badly, would I still pick it up?
I just don't think it would, though. I think it's going to be a pretty solid, like maybe 80s. That's what I'm kind of thinking, like 80s plus, maybe.
Like low 80s, maybe.
Yeah, like 83, 84 or something like that. Maybe higher, just depending on how it plays,
how much
modes,
stuff
how the campaign is. But, yeah, I'm pretty hyped up for Splatoon. I love that series. I would still at this point like to see a little bit more info for the campaign and how that differs from past games. But
I'm worried it doesn't.
Yeah, I'm
at this point.
Yeah, I'm thinking that it is. It's going to be kind of the same, but hopefully it is a little bit different. But we shall see. But either way, that's a day one for me. Dragon Ball: The Breakers. It comes out October 14th. I am debating if I'm going to pick this up or not. It's low budget. It's $30.
Oh, it's a budget title.
It is. Yeah. It's not 60.
Thank God.
So it's like the what is asymmetrical? What is it? What's the term for like 4v1 or something?
I think it's asymmetrical.
Okay. So yeah, it's like I don't, honestly, I don't know how many people are on the opposite team, but you have like one villain, you play, Frieza, whatever. And you have to, you turn into like various objects within the world and hide essentially. So that looks interesting.
Propline.
Yeah, Propline from Call of Duty. So I'm gonna wait for reviews on that one, but it's Dragon Ball, and I gotta give my review.
How do you think it's gonna review?
It's probably gonna be like in the 70s, maybe even the 60s.
I don't say 60s.
Dragon Ball games.
I don't want to yuck your yum, but
no, Dragon Ball. Yeah, Dragon Ball games generally review pretty rottenly. Even like the Xenoverse games, I think are in like the 70s, and those are pretty fun. Yeah, those are pretty fun.
I would imagine those would be higher.
Yeah, I mean, I think Fighters is in the 80s, like the upper 80s, maybe lower 80s, but yeah, they generally they generally review pretty low.
75.
Yeah, but it's just fine. Everyone's, every game can't be great. And then where we're really starting to get into the creme de la creme is A Plague Tale Requiem coming out October 18th. That is Game Pass, so obviously day one for you and I, and that comes out on, let's see, just so I can get the specific date, October 18th. That is a Tuesday, and then that following Thursday, on the 20th, Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope comes out. Oh. So crazy week right there, and then Scorn drops on the 21st. So in Scorn, that's a Game Pass game too. So yeah, 2 Game Pass games dropping in the same week. I don't know if I would pick up Scorn if it wasn't on Game Pass, but I'm sure they're gonna try it because it's a horror game, and we both generally vibe with horror games. So
yeah, I'm not in a big rush to play Scorn.
Yeah, I probably will pass on Scorn for a while.
Yeah, but I definitely want to do Plague Tale day one.
Yeah, and I'll pick up. I'm probably gonna pick up Sparks of Hope too day one as well. Mm-hmm. So be a crazy time. Crazy time.
That's a huge week.
Yeah.
And then is Bayonetta the week after that?
So we've got Gotham Knights dropping October 25th, which is that following Tuesday. What's your hype level on that thing, Nick?
Pretty low.
Pretty low. Yeah,
I saw some gameplay. It doesn't look too great. Yeah. It looks very like floaty. Like there's no like really real weight to the characters. Just kind of looks weird.
Yeah, I'm on the same page at this point, unless like just reviews are crazy good. And I think I would pass, even if the reviews are amazing. Like I'm probably just gonna pass on this anyways because there's just too much stuff coming out. And then that following Friday, the 28th, Bayonetta 3 drops. So
just in time for Halloween. So
that's awesome. So is Bayonetta 3 a day one for you?
Yeah, I think that's a day one.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I've already purchased
You got it.
the Masquerade edition, whatever. Um,
Yeah, are you gonna finish 1 and 2 before then?
I'm gonna try. I have one, obviously. I'm gonna try to finish it, and then maybe pick up 2. Just depends. It may be in, you know, between like the Splatoon 3 and like a Plague Tale. Like I'll have a month to get through that, so that may be a good time to try to finish up those. But on the same day, we got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 dropping. How you for that? Just pretty mid.
Pretty mid, pretty low. Yeah, depending on how much they bring in from the original Modern Warfare 2, that'll kind of determine my hype level. But
Yeah,
I don't think they're bringing in too much.
Yeah, because like
They bring the intervention.
Warzone 2, I can really care less about. But yeah, if they bring in a lot of those maps and weaponry, yeah, I could be on board with that.
They bring the intervention, the TAR, UMP,
dude. Intervention, man.
Commando Pro.
Commando Pro, such a good time. Yeah, and I don't think they did that for 1. I don't think they had a lot of maps and stuff from 1. So I think if they, I mean, it was a really great selling game and reviewed really well. So hopefully they will add some stuff from 2. I think that would be cool.
I mean, it would be really dumb for them not to at least add the intervention.
I think if they just,
I mean, it's like iconic.
Yeah, if they brought those maps back too, like I think that would drive a lot of buzz for them. For people that haven't played Call of Duty in a while, be like, hey, here's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, like nostalgia from 2009 or whatever it was.
Come back into the ecosystem.
Yeah,
come play Call
in.
of Duty again.
It's COD. And then we're also getting the Resident Evil DLC, or the Gold Edition,
right.
on the 28th as well. So a lot of stuff dropping on the 28th.
My God.
And they're dropping that Resident Evil Reverse multiplayer mode finally. I think the DLC one is. I want to say it's day one, but God, you know, I'm gonna buy it and play it, but.
Oh, for the DLC, yeah.
Yeah.
But not the Reverse.
No, I could care less about nothing multiplayer wise that Resident Evil's done has been anywhere good at all. They keep trying though. They certainly keep trying.
Yeah.
And then November 8th, Nick, Skull and Bones. What's your
wait? This is coming out this year?
Skull and Bones, yeah. Skull and Bones is coming out this year.
I'm not interested in this game as a concept.
Yeah.
So no matter what you show me, it's not gonna pique my interest. But this was announced in like 2016, 2017.
Yeah, it's been rumored for announced for forever, and then went through the developer hell, and yeah. So
I just don't know. Are you excited for this?
Not at all. I thought I was going to enjoy Sea of Thieves, but I didn't like the fact that there wasn't any sort of like upgrading as far as like the weapons go. It was just all cosmetic stuff, and I just couldn't get into that. This looks, I don't know. I think you can upgrade like your ship and stuff, but from the looks of it, there's no exploring beyond the ship itself. I think it's just like hubs you go to sell your stuff. So that's kind of unappealing to me. I don't know. And
is this a full price game?
It is, yeah. I think it's like $80 or $70, I think.
Yeah.
So I think I could be wrong, but
I really appreciate that Ubisoft tries with, different genres of games, and like they did like Riders Republic, Steep,
yeah,
and they're doing Skull and Bones, but like they just never have that mass appeal. Like they never really make it. Like For Honor did well. That one had a community.
Yeah, that one found a strong community.
I don't know. I feel bad because like they really do try to make. They really try to go outside of the box for the most part.
Yeah.
When it comes to their non baseline IP, but it doesn't work out a lot of the time.
Yeah, I think they implement that, like the live service stuff in there too much. I wish they would just go back to just making it a purely single player thing, but like even Assassin's Creed at some point, like it was like the newest one, Valhalla, was just so much stuff on the screen. Like all the advertisements are trying to get you to I'm like, I just want to jump in and play. Like, I don't need to see all this stuff, but
Play the game, man.
yeah, but
Yeah.
you gotta make the money. And then the very next day, we got God of War Ragnarok dropping.
This is
Yeah, see that's
pretty
how
top
it is
hype
for
level.
me. I don't have a PS5, and I really want to play it on a PS5. So
What are you gonna do?
I'm probably, if I don't get it and you talk about it, I'm probably just gonna buy it. And just because I think it's like a $10 upgrade or something for the if I ever do get a PS5. But I'll probably really check out the reviews for PS4 to see how that runs, because man, the base PS4 is just like a jet engine taking off. So I don't want that to hinder my experience with the game.
I mean, you played Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
Like, that looked beautiful.
Yeah.
Of course, that wasn't built for PS5. It's not even out on PS5. But
yeah,
you know, if a game can look that good on PS4, then I think God of War will be fine.
I hope so.
It might not be 60, but
yeah, which is fine. I mean, I don't necessarily need it to be 60, but so yeah, I'm in two minds. Like, I really want to play it. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's one of the most hyped games of the year for me. I love the 2018 God of War, but yeah, I want to play it on the new system. But we shall see. That new. And then let's see here. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet drops November 18th.
Yep.
I'm pretty hyped up for that game, I think.
Mine's gone down a little bit.
Yeah, a little
the more
bit.
I've seen of it.
Yeah,
I think it's looking more like Sword and Shield.
A little bit, yeah. That crystallization stuff looks so weird in combat. I don't know if you dropped.
Yeah, they
the
showed
trailer.
some combat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
it
yeah,
looks
I don't
a little
know.
bit.
I think I'm gonna definitely look at reviews again for this one, and just wait. Especially it comes out. I mean, there's so much stuff we're gonna be playing like the end of October, early November.
If you buy this during Thanksgiving, I'm not even gonna look at you, because I don't want you to convince me to buy it if it's not gonna be a good game.
No, I'm not.
I'm not even gonna look in your direction.
No, I'm gonna I'm gonna be more cautious with this one, but still, it's still like I want it to be good. I want to play it. Just we'll have to wait and see when it gets closer to the release date. And then the last big game of the year dropping. Hopefully it doesn't get delayed, but the Callisto Protocol dropping December 2nd.
Yes.
I feel like that game could get delayed.
I don't think it will.
You don't think so? You think it's
they're
done?
showing it at Gamescom, unless they announce a delay there.
Okay.
But I don't think we'll see a delay.
I mean,
what day is it launching?
December 2nd. It's on a Friday.
Okay.
So kind of past all the all the other games that are releasing. Really the last big game of the year. I think they kind of have to get it out there. Like, Dead Space launches
before
very next month.
Space.
So,
it's kind of their only shot. Yeah. Unless Dead Space sucks, but it's a remake of the first game. How bad could that be?
Yeah. With updated controls and stuff. So yeah, I'm like super hyped up for this game. Obviously, we both like the survival horror stuff. So anything like that,
one of my favorites.
Yeah, is super amazing. So I'm super looking forward to that. But yeah,
there's one more game that.
Okay, yeah. What I miss?
It actually got delayed until December, but High on Life.
Oh yeah.
Remember that one?
Yeah, like that weird, in like the Rick and Morty people.
Yeah, Rick and Morty creators.
Okay. That one does look super interesting. That's coming to Game Pass too, I think.
Yep, that one's coming to Game Pass.
Sweet.
But yeah, I'm excited for that one. I don't know if it'll end up being like good, but the concept looks pretty funny. It looks
interesting. So yeah, I'll check that out whenever that inevitably drops. But yeah,
and then
what else? Sorry.
I guess one question mark is Advance Wars. So Nintendo doesn't have a December game. Normally they have, I guess, historically they've had one every like other year.
Yeah.
Had a December game. So do you think they'd try to push that out this year, or do you think this is like an indefinite delay?
I mean, it's done, right? I mean, it was ready to go, and
it's done.
And then, the Ukraine stuff happened. I could see them getting it out in December, maybe. But I'm gonna leave you with one question, Nick. If we get a direct here in the next few weeks, and
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Grubb says that Metroid Prime is coming this year. Where does that fall in line in
I think
everything
that would
that's
be
been
December.
announced? Because I mean, they got Bayonetta for the end of October. They got Mario. I
Yeah,
mean, they got Mario and Rabbids in October 20th. Bayonetta 3 the following week on the 28th. And then there's a bunch
and
of
Pokemon.
stuff. Yeah, and then Pokemon in November. And I don't think Nintendo really cares about, Call of Duty and Skull and Bones and stuff. I don't think that's not even sparking the radar. I don't think even God of War really matters to them. Just because, I think Metroid would be such a. I mean, it obviously is such a different game, but
They're not too similar.
yeah.
Basically.
I mean, I think it's got to be somewhere in December. And then maybe early December, and then if they put Advance Wars out, maybe end of December, mid December, or maybe like the first couple of weeks of January. I think could be an option.
Yeah, I would say they would do one or the other in December.
And do you
And then
think
push one.
Metroid Prime is coming out this year? Do you think it'll get announced?
At this point, I don't.
What
I
if it
think
got
it's too
announced at
late.
Gamescom?
Well, is Nintendo
That could
gonna
be
be?
like a pretty huge sum for the opening night, right? Are they ever at Game? Have they ever been at Gamescom? Do they end the show with Metroid
It's
Prime?
not going to be a Gamescom this year.
No.
They've already confirmed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, dang.
I think it will come out on this Switch console. I don't think it's going to be like a Switch Pro or Switch 2.
Oh no.
I think it's going to come out with. I think it'll come out before Metroid Prime 4, and then I think Nintendo will remaster 2 and 3 or release them.
Yeah.
Just as is on the eShop. But that might be a next year thing because the only thing we have going into next year is Zelda.
Yeah. See that, and that's where I feel like we need a September direct or October. Wherever they want to do it, but I'm sure we'll get a Bayonetta 3 direct, like something a little bit closer to that. Maybe even I don't know if they would do a Mario and Rabbids one because that's technically Ubisoft, but
I don't think they would. They've already
yeah, and Ubisoft had that video
total
they did.
showcase.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it's time to learn about next year.
I think that's what that's what the premise will be. It'll be like, here's titles that are mostly coming next year.
Yeah.
Maybe with a few that are sneaking into 2022.
Yeah, they'll probably show off. Maybe I don't know if they show off more Pokemon, but they'll probably show like another little trailer for Bayonetta 3. If they do this in September, they'll show off like another trailer for Bayonetta 3. Maybe give us an update on Advance Wars.
Yeah.
And then talk about, maybe they'll say, hey, proper Zelda Direct coming sometime in February, January, or whatever, and then start just laying the grounds for what to expect next year and in the years to come.
Yeah. My last question for you.
Yep.
Do you think any additions to Nintendo Switch Online will come this year?
So the ones that they've done so far have all landed in September. So like the N64 was announced in September last year, and it came out in October, I think. And then
when was SNES announced?
That might have been September as well. It might have been a September Direct. So I think my prediction is, I think maybe they'll add Game Boy and Game Boy Color games to the basic tier of NSO, and then Game Boy Advance games will come to the expansion pass. And maybe they'll add like the Zelda Age of Calamity DLC to the expansion pass.
Cool.
And then I don't know, maybe Wave 2 just came out for Mario Kart. Maybe we'll get an update on that and when to expect that to drop, but I probably doubted that. But yeah, that would be cool. And I think that's what everyone kind of wants right now. An expansion pack is Game Boy. If they add a Game Boy Advance games, depending on the games, that'll get me subscribed immediately.
Yeah, there's some good ones.
I mean, they roll in with like Golden Sun and Minish Cap or something. Like, there's so many good Game Boy Advance games. So I think that'd be huge to get
Put a
that.
couple Metroids on there.
Yeah.
Metroid Fusion,
God,
Metroid
yeah.
Zero Mission. I mean, that alone could get people hyped up for any new Metroid that's coming out.
Yeah, but end it with end it with the expansion pack and say, here, here's the games, here's Metroid Zero, whatever, and then, oh yeah, by the way, here's one more thing. Boom, Prime remake.
Boom.
There's your direct, Nintendo.
You guys figure out the first like 30 minutes of
Yeah,
it, but we got the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, give me the last 2 minutes, and you guys are golden. So yeah, I think we could see an update to NSO. I think that would be really cool. I think they probably need to. Give us a I don't know about Game Boy Advance games, or maybe Game Boy Color games are just added to the expansion pack for now. But I think we might hear something about that. That would be really cool.
I think it's more likely we'd see Game Boy and Game Boy Advance at the same time.
Yeah.
Than it would be to spread them apart a year.
Yeah,
because I think they'd want to get to the next set of consoles or handhelds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start working on DS. I don't know about DS. That would be
DS is gonna be hard. I don't even think they would.
Yeah, maybe just GameCube from there.
Yeah,
and that'd be it, really.
And that would probably be another tier.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because I mean, DS, I think understandably is really hard to do.
A little hard,
And then Wii U, like they've already gotten like everything pretty much from Wii U era.
Yeah. Get some Wii games on there.
I don't think at this point we'll hear anything about Zelda. There's no way they're gonna like launch Zelda in December or something like that.
The dream is dead.
Yeah. So.
Maybe that's one of the three possibilities. Is either
Metroid
Prime.
Maybe. I mean, that would be cool. I would prefer. I think I'd prefer Metroid Prime at this point. But
oh yeah.
Maybe if they launch Zelda like in January or something. But that might be too close to Breath of the Wild 2. But we also don't know when that's gonna release. So.
Man, I feel like they're just sitting on a lot of games.
Dude, that's why I'm like I want to know. I just want to know what's coming, and then
I bet they're sitting on that dual pack.
Yeah, maybe they release that like holiday next year or something. Just have it. Maybe I don't know.
Have a backup.
But I don't think it's gonna like. I mean, people who bought Breath of the Wild 2 are. That's not gonna hinder the sales of. A dual pack of Zelda. People are just going to get it because it's Zelda. Like at this point, it doesn't matter. So yeah, a lot like you said. I think they're sitting on a lot of stuff and just got to figure out where to put it. And I don't want to get an announcement of a game and we have to wait 4 or 5 years. They've been kind of bad about that here recently. So
yeah, they really like at the beginning of the Switch's life cycle. They
I think they just wanted to build that anticipation because like the Wii U was just horrible in sales, so they just had to get out there and be like, look, we may not have the third party stuff, but we've got everything you've wanted, first party wise coming. So and Switch has been amazing. So and it's still rolling. It's having one of its best years right now. So
it's gonna have a great legacy of games.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, that is going to do the show, guys. Appreciate everyone that's been listening and tuning in. We'd greatly appreciate it if you guys could leave a good or bad review on Apple Podcasts. That would be amazing. If you guys don't like the show, let us know why and how ways that we can certainly improve it. I'm open to all sorts of criticism. But Nick, where can they follow us everywhere else?
They can follow us on Twitter at GamingWTBros. You can see us there around 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. That's when Nintendo announces stuff. So
yeah,
I always check. I always check at like 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m.
Yeah.
See if any trailers, any directs. So we'll be there. That's at GamingWTBros. You can email us any questions at gamingwiththebroscast@yahoo.com. Mm-hmm. You can follow us on TikTok at gamingwiththebroscast, and then you can join our Discord, which we record on.
Yeah, we switched.
That's in the link. That's linked below.
Zoom was too annoying to use. I don't feel like paying for it, so there it is.
And this feels better.
Yeah,
feels like the quality is better on Discord. So let us know if you noticed a difference in quality in the past few episodes, because we switched like 3 or 4 episodes ago.
Yeah. Let us know. But yeah, we appreciate everyone again, and we will see y'all next Monday at 8:30.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.